Okay, let's be honest. This relationship is weird. It's just as weird as Jennifer Hudson's outfits, all right? I don't know if she wants to be Mary Poppins or she's in some type of Russian couture. Nothing matches with them. Not the outfits, not the direction of the camera they're looking at, or the musical choices. It's just...
Nobody saw this coming. Not the fans, not the insiders, and definitely not Common himself. Because the man who once spoke about love like poetry, the man who prided himself on being evolved, self-aware, and ready to settle down, was suddenly seen fighting back tears after Jennifer Hudson walked away and shut the door for good. Yes, Jennifer Hudson dumped Common, and this time there was no fixing it. For months, whispers followed them everywhere. Subtle looks, awkward silences, stories that didn't quite add up. Fans kept asking the same question over and over again. Is Common cheating? At first, it sounded like just another rumor. Hollywood gossip, the kind of talk celebrities learn to ignore. But then something shifted. Jennifer stopped smiling the same way. The public appearances slowed down. The energy changed. And when Jennifer finally made her move, it became clear this was not just a misunderstanding.
I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart, she loves God, she has something real down to earth about her. She's talented, but I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an EGOT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I set my standard high. She had to get her own talk show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
This was betrayal. And when the truth surfaced, it hit harder than anyone expected, especially Common. Because this breakup didn't just end a relationship. It exposed a pattern. It reopened old wounds. And it forced Jennifer Hudson to choose herself, even if it meant breaking someone else's heart. But to understand why this breakup cut so deep, we have to go back, way back. Before the rumors. Before the tears. Before Jennifer finally said, enough. Jennifer Hudson's life has never been easy. Her voice may sound powerful and confident, but her heart has carried pain most people could never imagine. From the moment she rose to fame, Jennifer was expected to be strong, grateful, and unbreakable. But behind the spotlight, she was a woman who had been through real trauma, real loss, and real heartbreak. She lost her mother, her brother, her nephew, all in one tragic act of violence. That kind of pain changes you forever.
You're not got in. You cut off and you fucking brother teeth.
After that, love was no longer just about butterflies and romance for Jennifer. Love became about safety, trust, stability. She wasn't looking for excitement. She was looking for peace. Someone who would protect her heart, not test it. Her long and painful relationship with David Otunga left scars too. Public court battles, accusations, fear, emotional stress. By the time it was over, Jennifer had promised herself one thing: she would never ignore red flags again. So when Common entered her life, it felt different. Common wasn't just a rapper or actor. He was thoughtful, soft-spoken, spiritual. He talked about growth, healing, and emotional intelligence. He said all the right things. He felt like the safe choice.
You have a rather famous relationship coach.
Oh yeah, yes, Michelle Obama. She has definitely helped talk me through just certain moments of relationships. We had conversations, and she has given me a lot of wisdom. But one great thing that she told me as I was going through this journey was that you have to understand you're not going to get anybody that's perfect because you're not perfect. So understand that there's some certain things that you will compromise in in choosing that partner. But as long as the core values, the values that are most important to you, that person, marks off on that list, and you good.
She gave some good advice there.
That's good wisdom.
She does some really good wisdom.
Once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship. I don't think the love really dispersed. I just think it was just like we weren't feeding the relationship.
They had known each other for years, but when romance finally sparked, it felt mature, intentional, like two grown people choosing love carefully. Jennifer let her guard down, slowly, cautiously, but she did let it down. And that meant everything. Common told her she was special, not like the others. He told her he was ready to settle down, ready for commitment, ready to do things differently this time. And Jennifer wanted to believe him. She wanted to believe that people can change. At first, everything looked perfect. The smiles were genuine, the interviews felt warm. Fans rooted for them.
Are you dating anyone?
So, yes, and I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart, she loves God, she has something real down to earth about her. She's talented, but I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an EGOT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I set my standard high. She had to get her own talk show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They looked like the kind of couple that made sense. Two artists, two souls, finally finding each other at the right time. But behind closed doors, things weren't as smooth as they appeared. Because while Jennifer was giving her all, Common was still moving like a man who wasn't fully done with his old habits.
Here's where things start to get messy.
Rumors began circulating quietly at first, nothing explosive, just whispers. People noticing Common out a little too much, conversations that seemed too friendly, energy that felt off. Jennifer tried to ignore it. She didn't want to jump to conclusions. She didn't want to become suspicious or insecure. But here's the twist: Jennifer is not naive. She started noticing patterns, changes in behavior, less transparency, emotional distance. And when she asked questions, the answers didn't sit right with her spirit.
What nobody expected was how fast the truth would unravel.
According to sources close to the situation, Jennifer discovered messages, conversations that crossed boundaries, emotional connections that should never have existed if Common was truly committed. It may not have all been physical, but betrayal doesn't always start in bed.
Sometimes it starts with secrecy.
And that hurt Jennifer more than anything. Because she had been clear from the beginning. She told Common exactly what she had been through, exactly what she would not tolerate. She didn't ask for perfection, just honesty.
Instead, she got excuses.
Common reportedly tried to downplay it, said it wasn't serious, said it didn't mean anything, said people were reading too much into it. But Jennifer had heard that before. She had lived that movie already, and she refused to watch it again. This time, she didn't argue. She didn't beg. She didn't drag things out. She made a quiet, powerful decision. She walked away. And that's when reality finally hit Common.
Sources say Common was shocked. He didn't think Jennifer would actually leave. He thought his charm, his words, his apologies would be enough. But this wasn't a woman chasing love anymore. This was a woman protecting her peace.
When Jennifer cut ties, Common reportedly broke down. Friends say he cried. Not for the cameras, not for attention, but because he realized too late that he had lost something real. For once, the poet had no words. The emotional impact was heavy on both sides, but especially for Jennifer. Ending this relationship meant admitting that even after all her growth, she still got hurt. It meant facing disappointment without becoming bitter. But instead of collapsing, Jennifer stood tall.
She leaned into her work, her family, her healing. She reminded herself that choosing herself was not a failure, it was a victory.
And fans noticed. They saw the strength in her silence, the grace in the way she refused to publicly drag Common, even though she had every reason to. Jennifer didn't need to confirm every detail. Her actions spoke louder than any statement.
As for Common, this breakup forced him to confront his reputation. The same accusations that followed him from relationship to relationship were now impossible to ignore. Once again, a woman he claimed to love walked away because of trust issues.
And this time, the internet wasn't on his side. People started connecting the dots. Patterns became impossible to deny. And while some felt sympathy for his pain, others pointed out the obvious truth. Tears don't erase choices. In the end, this wasn't just about cheating rumors. It was about accountability, about emotional responsibility, about what happens when someone is given chance after chance and still chooses the same path. Jennifer Hudson chose herself.
She chose healing over heartbreak,
Peace over passion. Truth over comfort.
and Common?
He was left with regret. Because losing Jennifer wasn't just losing a girlfriend, it was losing a woman who believed in him when she didn't have to. A woman who offered loyalty in a world full of distractions. Sometimes the real punishment isn't public backlash or headlines. It's realizing that the person you hurt is no longer waiting for you to change.
And that's the part that hurts the most.
So now the question remains, will Common finally learn from this loss? Or will this become just another chapter in a familiar story? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Jennifer Hudson is moving forward, and she's not looking back.